review. In this time we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Animated Deluxe Class Cybertron Mode Ironhide. A new figure exclusively only at Toys R Us. Fairly nice extending Iron Punch. Kind of goofy. For that, but this is pretty much just a repaint and a slight retool. He's got a new head of Ratchet to make him into Ironhide, and you know that's not all that bad because for many years Ratchet and Ironhide were the same figure, just a different color. That's a really nice picture. I like the smirk that he has on there, flip around on the back, and you see other figures that I don't actually know if we're going to be getting those. We got Fugitive Waspinator, which is a green repaint of just Bumblebee. Mercenary Swindle, which is what looks to be like a black painted version of him. And Vortex Blur, again, I don't know if we're going to ever actually be getting those. We don't know. Nobody really knows. But very nice looking vehicle. I like this. I like the way this looks more than the Cybertronian mode Ratchet for some reason. I don't really know why, but I think I'm going to like this figure a whole lot more. I kind of like the actual human version of Ratchet, the human mode, or the Earth mode version of him. But we'll see. Let's see what they say here on the back. We're going to zoom in. Ironhide, the indestructible Autobot warrior. The Autobot army has never seen anyone tougher than Ironhide. Back in boot camp, the trainees considered it good fun to take their best shot at denting his armor. No one ever could. Now on battlefields across the galaxy, Ironhide uses his ultra-hard armor and fighting skills to battle the Decepticons wherever they appear. Galactic powers and abilities, able to transmute his armor into an indestructible alloy, enjoys playing practical jokes on other young Autobots, has plenty of weapons but prefers his good old fists. That's one kind of thing that kind of sucks. In the actual show, he was able to kind of change his color. He would grow. He basically was the Colossus of Transformers. Colossus from the X-Men, if you don't know what I'm talking about. He was able to put this protective armor around himself and protect himself where nothing could really hurt him. And unfortunately, he doesn't really have that, obviously. He has the fist type of things, but those are just like the shocking pads that we saw with Ratchet himself. So nothing too spectacular in terms of the packaging. It's nice to see that we're having a last hurrah here of animated figures, and it's coming across. And actually, when you look at them, this is red, and you can see the difference. This is red, and this is an orange. He's actually an orangish color, which is kind of strange. And you can really kind of see that. At first, I thought it was some reviews that I was seeing, but you can plainly see that this is red, and the color on him is orangish. So that's kind of interesting. He looks more red here on the back, but overall, nice looking packaging, nothing too spectacular. So let's get the guy open and see how cool he actually is. Okay guys, so here we have Transformers Animated Ironhide opened up and out of its packaging. And one thing that you're going to kind of actually notice is he does have a very orange look to him. It's not my camera, it's no one's camera. If you kind of take a look, this is more of a red. This is Metroplex's, G1 Metroplex's gun. You can see that he is more of an orange color. I really kind of actually like that, and for this mold, I much prefer the Ironhide figure to the original Cybertronian mode Ratchet. Don't ask me why. I mean, there's not too terribly much different. It's just, to me, I like the way this guy looks better. I really don't know. There's nothing super spectacular about him. I mean, here he is, and here you have the animated Ratchet. You know, I mean, and obviously, you know, the only real differences are you know, the paint job. Then in robot mode, Ironhide has a different head. I mean, he's got the same exact arm as Ratchet does with, you know, the EMP thing. But as you can see, identical looking figures, just slightly repainted. You know, and that's not really a disappointment in my mind. I'm not a big fan. I never really liked this guy. I mean, I liked him, but I preferred the Earth version of him anyhow. The Ironhide one was the one that I thought was going to look really good in this mold. I still kind of think he looks like a turtle. Here, 4 legs, I'm a turtle. Turtle man. I mean, overall, very nice looking figure. Really love the way it got. It's simple. It's a Cybertronian mode, but it's simple. Now, to transform him, go ahead, come around near to the back. Just kind of remove these. These will be his weapons later on. Just set these off to the side for right now. And come around here. One thing that I do kind of like is he seems to peg together a lot better than Ratchet did. And his joints are really stiff. So you untab the leg bit right up in here, and then just rotate it around. And again, like I said, the ball joints are really stiff. One problem that I have, this part right here is you rotate it down to lock it. But as you can see, it locks. It's so tight that it starts bending this plastic. You really have to hold this
and kind of push up, or just kind of stabilize this and then push up to lock it in place. If you don't, at least on mine, I feel like I'm going to break that joint right there. Because otherwise it's just bending the plastic. So you have to be very careful. There you go. And like I said, very tight joints up here. I'm going to rotate this back piece here around. We're going to create his feet. Just like so. There you go. Got his feet situated. Come around here to the back and you're going to untab this. Untab this. Take this section here. Pull this forward. See, I'm pulling hard. That's really stiff. Kind of fold this down like so. That just untabs, and then on the inside here are little holes that tab into the inside bits of there. I was pointing at the wrong thing. So just kind of fold that down, fold this in, and then bring those in, and those will kind of tab together just like so, and then you can fold that bit down like so. Come around here to the arms, fold them out like so. If they're untabbed, you can kind of accordion them outward. If you can see exactly what I'm doing, which you probably can't. Kind of fold these, rotate these outward, fold this down, rotate these around, and then they tab inside. So rotate that, swivel that in, tab it in, bring the hands down, arms down, rotate the fists, pull his head out. And here you have Ironhide in his robot mode. And I really like this guy. Like I said, I just love the way this mold looks on him. To give you kind of a comparison, now normally you're supposed to rotate these up. I don't. I like leaving them down. I don't particularly know why. It gives a little bit of a different look than the actual Ratchet figure, but let's see how Ratchet looks. Okay, and there you see him next to animated Ratchet with the Cybertronian mode. And again, pretty much same looking figure, but just for some reason, I really like the way this guy looks in this mold. They do have the exact same arm, as I said, with the EMP generator. That would have been nice if they swapped that out. Much different head, though, as you can see. And like I said, I leave the arms on. It makes his arms look like they're bulkier as opposed to this where I put it up. But a very nice looking figure. I'm going to kind of zoom in here just to kind of give you a look-see at their faces. And I really love the smirk that guy has. It's just very cool looking. Both figures are very nice. And one thing that I kind of noticed transforming this guy is his legs, at least on mine, don't actually lock into place at all. I mean, they're very loose like this, whereas his actually locks. So I don't know if that's a change that they made or what, or if it was just my Ratchet figure itself. An overall very nice looking figure, and just kind of highlighting him. I mean, that just looks really cool. He just looks very fun. I love that. The smirk is kind of I like the smirk, but Ironhide probably shouldn't smirk. Not too much. In terms of articulation, his head will rotate. It's kind of on this little goofy ball joint, so you get a little bit of rotation there. Ball jointed elbows, double hinged at the, I always do that. Ball jointed shoulders, double hinge elbows, and he rotates at there, and then he's got a rotation at the wrist. Nothing at the waist, back and forth at the thigh, those are on ball joints, back and forth, swivel, and then like I said, a little bit of pivot in the foot, and this is locked in, so you're not going to do too much. Now with that, he does come with some accessories. These are his punching doodads that, if I can get it to slip on here, there we go, there's one. I probably have these backwards, I don't exactly know. One thing that I have noticed is that the plastic actually feels a little thinner than this one, or than the other. So, you hear that sound. I'm going to do that with this. No, I'm going to drop them. And then here's this one. Hear the sound difference? I don't know if you can see that, but it sounds like this is a thinner plastic. He sounds more solid of a plastic. I don't know exactly. But here is his little punching doodads, and you can go do 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 do. That's pretty much it. But I mean, just overall very nice looking. I can't really think of anything else to say. It's just a very cool looking figure.
Just gives me an Ironhide feel. I really like it. Highly recommend them. Now to transform him back, take these fellas off. Get out of there. Come on now. There we go. Just tuck his head back like so. Fold these up. Fold the arms out of their little sockets. And you can fold this back up. And this has always been a kind of fiddle point for me. You kind of have to wiggle these around to get them to the proper position. But once you do, they're pretty nice. There we go. Kind of just got to do a lot of rotating until you find that happy sweet spot. Then you get it just like so. Rotate it in, and here we go again. I don't know what I'm doing. Fold that down. It's a I don't pretend like I know what I'm doing here, guys. I really don't. Then you get the hands like that. Tab the side pieces, and then fold the elbows down inside just like so. Pretty easy. Come around here, lift this up, separate these and rotate those outward like so. Bend this back, and that kind of locks and tabs up into place via that little mechanism right there. Slide that in, kind of position the wheels where they're forward just a little bit. Just a little bit. Rotate the feet around. Rotate the feet around, kind of accordion these back. And again, hold this, then bend. At least on mine, I have to do that because it's very stiff. Rotate these up and inside, and those tab in there. Back up in here, and those tab around in there, and then just kind of position everything. Make sure that you get the wheels positioned perfectly so that they're all on the ground. Angle down just a hair. Then you can just take these, and these actually kind of are stiff to get in there too. There we go, there's that one, and then there's, oh, maybe I put it on the opposite side. There we go. And there you have those replaced back onto the back. And here you have Ironhide back in his vehicle mode. Some kind of Cybertronian tank, very nice looking. I can't recommend this guy enough. I think he's very sharp, I think he's very cool. I prefer him over the Ratchet version of him, but that's just a personal opinion. Like I said, exclusive only to Toys R Us. It's going to range between $11 and $15, I suppose, depending on where you are, but if you see him, pick him up. This is probably the last animated figure we're going to be getting until like Takara comes around and repaints some stuff. So this is going to be affordable. It rolls fairly well. Yeah, sure. Highly recommend this guy. So until next time, guys, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. I'll talk to you later.